This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. It was a nightmare.
Flight 807, you're clear for landing. Runway 7, Bravo.
All personnel report to the nearest tornado shelter. This is not a drill.
If you need help, then dial your operator.
Have no fear, fellow citizens. The mediator is here.
All doctors to ER. All nurses to the nurses station. Code blue 305.
10-4 engine 5, engine 3 is en route. Shots fired, shots fired. Officer down. I repeat, officer down. 911, what's your emergency? Backup is en route.
Evacuations continue tonight in Maribel.
Apartments. You can see this
It was a
evacuation
nightmare.
notice on one door.
Rolling. Motion. Roll sound.
Welcome to the Mediator with me, the mediator of democracy, Brian West, here to give you top 8 stories. We got an excellent show for you tonight. We have India Raven, who's coming on the show. She's an independent artist, and she produces and makes her own music. And that seems to be the new life of an artist, a recording artist in this new environment. A lot of them are using the independent route to get their music and their product out there. And she will come on the show. She's going to perform some songs for us. She's always been around me. Excellent girl to be her age. Very mature, and she produces her own songs. Now, as usual, let's get to the top 8 stories that made it throughout the week, and then we'll get into our show in the Mediator today. Now, the top 8 stories these are the top 8 stories that made it throughout the month and throughout the week as I've been navigating the media just for you. Story number 1. Many are starting to believe in the afterlife. That's the new topic. Now, it says, with so many people passing away, many are now believing that we will all meet again in eternity in the afterlife. That's amazing. And it says this is after the first ever Batman emblem was spotted in the sky. It took that long. That's a little inside joke. Rest in peace, Adam. Story number 2. A Florida sheriff has been warning citizens. He's been warning them on social media. Now, the story reads that a Florida sheriff claiming that after the Orlando shooting, after the incident occurred, that he has said that we're at war. This is what he says, we're at war. Now, he said he went on social media warning citizens to arm themselves for self-defense. It's amazing. Now, this was after he was laid off and realized that he would not be getting paid anymore to protect people. Take the extra precautionary route. Inside jokes. Let me get warmed up. Come on. Story number 3. I'm going to get warmed up here. A lawmaker hands out porn references by mistake. Now, this is PG-13, but let's say this was in the media. I don't mean anything by this joke. I want you to know that I'm strictly PG, but it's a funny joke. I mean, I hope it's funny. Okay, it says a report about a lawmaker handing out porn references by mistake to his fellow colleagues on the House Finance Committee. He handed out to House Finance Committee members, and this made headlines not too long ago. Now it says when he got an envelope, it was left on his desk. You know, he was assuming that he was terminated. But I guess instead it was a thank you note with a smiley face on it from some of his fellow colleagues. I mean, hey, it's just humor. Don't take it personal, please. Story number 4. High school seniors scammed out of $1,300. That's a lot of money for a high school senior. Now it says it seems that some high school seniors were scammed out of $1,300 for a website offering them a week-long vacation, a trip to the Bahamas after graduation. So they got scammed. Now there was no word on whether the website was operated by Bernie Sanders, but at least they get to keep their diplomas. Did Bernie? Education, socialism. Story number 5. Can living with parents at 20 pay off? So there's a report about people or graduates and 20-year-olds living with their parents. Now it says graduates are turning to mom and dad for a head start, but are still finding it hard to live on their own. And reports say that the children in the household are learning, the little children are learning from their siblings by setting up lemonade stands on the front lawn. I tried. Yeah. Story number 6. Learning from the London attacks. Everybody knows that London has been going through terrible, terrible things. But I'm going to try to, at least just get some jokes out of it. Everybody can't be miserable. It says, the story reads, looking back at the London van attacks that killed 8 people. It seems that the London attackers were trying to get a bigger van to kill more people. Now we can't learn from people like this. This is bad stuff. This kind of thinking is what haunts us all, but we have to keep going. Now they may have failed to read the instruction manuals that said, thou shalt not kill, but I would recommend that we all follow the instructions. Well, nobody should be killing people, but that story made the headlines, and it's been a mess ever since. But I thank some people who've been rising to the occasion. Rest in peace. But that story made it in the media, and it was not intended for a joke. But if you did get a laugh out of it, thou shalt not kill, right? On the gravy train. Story number 7. Trafficking chimpanzees off the Ivory Coast. Animal trafficking. Now, cracking down on animal trafficking, they're now cracking down. It says 2 men have been sentenced to 6 months in prison because they've been trafficking chimpanzees and animals. Now, when rescued, the chimpanzee smiled and said, "Banana!" Oh my God. Bear with me, I'm almost done. Story number 8. Banana! And the final story that made it throughout the Mediator this week. A study shows that dogs and wolves can sense fairness. Isn't that amazing? It says, after giving a reward for good behavior, research shows that dogs and wolves can sense an unfair exchange. The study has also found that taxpayers can too. All right, I want to thank you for tuning in tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We have an interesting show tonight, and we have a performance by India Raven. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch that dial. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back in the Mediator Late Show with Brian West.
So you take the dreamer out of the story, and you trap some of the elite and the citizens inside of the imagination. And then you just kind of see where the story goes.
You've taken these people and put them in a fake reality. What are you doing?
You must guard the citizens with your life. I have a feeling that Mother Time has started a war.
The Lord of Escobar interfered.
Every elite is going straight to hell.
How did we get here?
I think you're crazy. You've always been a little bit crazy.
Why do you think humans sleep so much?
Wait till after the second moon. I will not have some boy with an imagination ruin my time.
No, we have lost everybody.
The imagination is our biggest weapon. Do you think they die? Luna, we've been chosen.
I alone control time. Dreams are my enemy.
We don't even know where we are right now.
Would you stop asking me so many questions?
How do I find my son?
Your dreamer has opened up our imagination. Now we have to figure out how to use it.
It makes me wonder if anything else is real.
Enough! Enough of this!
Where is the pool?
One of you took your eyes off of the light.
Luna, help me, please! I don't want to die!
So what do we do now?
I don't think there's anything we can do. We just have to wait.
Do you know how much time you've spent with me so far?
Welcome back, welcome back. This next guest is a talented individual, especially for her age. She's up and coming. She's produced her own music, has her own CD out, and she's got her own t-shirt line. A very talented young lady. She comes from Youngstown, and she's just amazing. She works for her dad. She works for a modeling company, photography, and everything. I'd like to bring to the stage India Raven McDowell. This is her CD. How you doing? Welcome. Man, I was so anxious to get you on stage. You got your CD, your T-shirt, and everything.
Yes.
I mean, you've been doing it big. I mean,
absolutely.
I got a lot of questions for you because I want to know, like, how did you get this way? Did you born like this?
Oh yeah, I say it's a God-given thing. You know, ever since I was 2 years old, I started rapping and showing signs of what I'm doing.
2 years old.
Yeah, 2.
Oh man, and I'm like, and you. So your dad was doing photography when you were born,
right?
And you just kind of start working with him.
Exactly. Yeah. Ever since I was little, we would take pictures, and I've been working with the actual company, Ronson Originals, for going on 9 years now.
Yeah, and now tell me, I mean, a 2-year-old, what were you rapping?
See, now that's funny. We actually have the old, cassette tapes of when I used to rap, and I was
At
like,
2 years old?
Yeah, I would talk about Eminem and Diddy
Is
and
that
all.
right?
Yeah.
Prodigy.
Oh, yeah.
So what awesome. So now that you've graduated and you've got your own CD and you did this all yourself.
Right.
You produced all the tracks.
Yes, I produced all the tracks, made
Prodigy.
the beats, lyrics, everything.
Now, the most amazing thing is that is like you're representing for the females, and that's the most amazing. What do you think? What do you get out of that?
I mean, that's what I do. I want to be a positive role model because so many times, especially in the hip hop industry, females are portrayed in a negative light. So I just want to bring positive aspect to that, being a female rapper.
Now you can sing too. You can sing
yeah,
too. So you versatile.
Too. Exactly.
Man. And do you plan on staying independent for the rest of your career, or are you going to do anything with
it? Seems right now that would be the best bet. You never know exactly what the future holds, but I would enjoy being an independent artist.
Wow. And I've looked at a lot of your pictures. Very photogenic. I mean, you're activist, you're a Christian, you've practiced the faith.
Absolutely.
So in that type of mindset, what obstacles do you face having been so creative?
Well, I mean, it's really interesting when you get to work with other people because you have to, do a lot of compromising and things like that as far as your, vision and things like that. So I think this project, my first album, Independent, being able to do it on my own, it captured exactly what I had in mind. I'm very coachable, so I can work with, a lot of different people. It just depends on the project.
Do you ever have any things that you fear because just being a lot of people say it's hard to get on stage because they're afraid of what people think. Do you ever have to overcome that?
Not really like a stage fright person, of course, being that I've been doing this for so long. Basically, it just comes with preparation. You have to be prepared. As long as I feel like I'm prepared and equipped for it, then I'm fine.
That's amazing. So now, what amazes me about being
they starting that early. I'm sure you know there's some people pick up the mic at an early age. Some people. Have you ever faced any type of criticism, like sexism or anything, at being so young and talented?
Man, it comes from, you know, everywhere pretty much, just living in the world. But, you know, I don't really focus on the negative because, you know, you're always going to hear no, you're always going to have the critics and everything. So you take what you can, constructive criticism, but, you know, if it's just cynical, then you just throw it out the window.
Now, what would you, like, there's a lot of girls who, they say being a female is probably harder than being a male. Would you agree with that?
In so many ways, yes.
So a lot of girls, they do. I mean, do you have a lot of friends being so creative? I always be wondering that about people.
No, actually, that's a thing. Another thing too that kind of surprises people about people in the entertainment industry. A lot of times we don't really have a lot of, you know, friends. We're social. We are very people oriented. But at the end of the day, you know, those real tight friends, we kind of stray away from that to stay in touch with ourselves.
I mean, it makes sense to be so creative. Would you consider yourself a genius?
I would.
So you gonna actually perform for us tonight? I mean, I still got a few things to talk to you about, but you're gonna perform. Tell us about what you're gonna perform tonight.
Right. Well, this song that I'm going to be performing tonight is called "Talking," and it's basically about people in the industry who, you know, their songs, they're pretty much meaningless. They're talking about vanity, and so it says you're talking, but you ain't saying nothing. And I did the music video in New York, so I'll be performing that tonight.
So you got a goal here when you talk about your music. You're aimed at. Then you're aimed at what type of audience are you aiming at? I mean, are you an artist that is more purpose driven? Like, do you consider yourself like an MC, or do you consider yourself just what type of artist do you think yourself?
I would say I'm an all-around artist. I love all types of genres. Even on the album, there's I believe 5 different genres. So I basically want to make timeless music like Whitney Houston and all the greats, and being able to just be diverse, it gives you so many open doors, you know.
Yeah, you did the City of Hope when I came. I did like that. That was pretty good. I say you and that's you coachable. That's what I think. That's what everybody looks for when you're working.
Right.
And who would you want to work with in this new environment?
Wow, I definitely would say Alicia Keys. I love her style, you know. And people, when I think about who I favor, I like to say Lauryn Hill. You know, I got to shake her hand at her concert and everything. So I think that my style is pretty similar to hers.
So you supportive of other artists too? You actually go to the guys. That was hard for when I was. I can never go to people's concerts. Really? I don't know why I'm like that. But it's good that you're sociable and you're getting out. I mean, are you enjoying your life now that you're free?
I actually just got on stage with the great Mary Wilson from The Supreme yesterday. So I meet a lot of different celebrities. God has blessed me to do that, and I just learned, you know, from their greatness.
Okay, good. Now your family, you got y'all family is like, tell us a little bit about y'all family. I know you get.
Well, my family, like, we're super tight. That's what we all people always tell us. I have, you know, my dad, Ronson McDowell, my mom, Latonya McDowell, my 2 brothers, Jordan and Ronson.
Yeah.
So the 5 of us, and then of course, like, my grandparents and everything, very supportive. So we're very family oriented.
Now that's like, I mean, what do you feel about that? Because it's rare in this new environment that people get to be raised around their family and their complete family. How do you feel about that? What advice would you give those people who don't have all their family members around?
Well, I'm completely grateful for it. You know, we can't really pick the cars that were dope, but we can choose what we do, you know, with them. So I would just say be encouraged, you know, to just stick to who you are, to get to know yourself as a person, to build your character, despite, you know, the hardships that you may have faced.
Now that's so fascinating. That, I mean, mentally, like you seem to be mentally capable and ready for this. I mean, I remember this has been amazing seeing you get, and you don't hesitate. Now, what's up with the t-shirts? What is this? Tell me a little bit about this.
Okay, so this was inspired. My grandfather, he passed back almost going on 3 years ago, I believe, in July. And so I got my grandmother a hoodie made with his picture on it, with a poem that I made. And so he inspired my brand, which I call Incredible Redemption. You'll see the logo IR also stands for India Raven. And so, the t-shirt line, that's just a bunch of different styles. You can see PGFHP, that means praise God for his provisions. That's what my name India Raven means as well.
You was like you came out the womb like Kobe, LeBron, and Jordan.
just to be an artist, huh? That's amazing. And you got this cover. How did you tell us a little bit about this cover here?
Yeah, it's the cover there. My dad took that picture in Detroit. I think it's awesome. It's one of my favorite pictures that we've ever taken. I have, the white hair. People tend to like that a lot.
I want to know now, how did you get the name India Raven? Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. India, well, that's always been a name that my dad and my mom and grandma like because, Indiari and things like that. Yeah. But my dad actually had a vision. God gave him a vision of me when I was walking down the street. And he called my mom and was like, hey, I just saw a vision of our daughter. And she said, what does she look like? He said, she looks like she's from India. So then together, India Raven, Raven from the Bible about the prophet Elijah being fed by the raven. You put those together and it means praise God for his provision.
That's Methodist's bird. I don't know if you ever knew that.
Really?
The blackbirds, the crow, the raven.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know anything about birds, they're one of the only birds. I think they are the only bird that can that observe humans to be able to get their food. So that's kind of unique.
Right. I was just in a lot at my great grandmother's house the other day, and it was a raven there, and I was just watching it. I was walking over to it. I was so intrigued with eating the food.
Young goddess on the show. Well, we gonna come back. India is gonna perform her song. You talking about you ain't saying nothing. We'll be right back. You are in The Mediator with me, your host Brian West, and please go out. Get the CD. We're going to close with her after she gives her song and chat it up a little bit more. We'll be right back with a performance, probably a skit and a performance by India Raven. We'll be right back after this message. If it was up to me, Williams, she'd be in a box right now.
There's no evidence that points to Daniels. Everything in this case points away from him.
I know he did this.
I think he's hiding with someone in the forest.
If West did something, he would turn himself in.
He did this to even the score.
No man just kills his little girl.
Why do they want me out of the picture?
You were there. They saw you run out of the house.
I'm telling you, West is not the killer. I can feel it.
If innocent, why run?
It sounds to me like we have some mistakes on the force.
They want to take over the force, West. They want it all.
If you push off the good cops, then you're one step closer to the king.
Something big is going on.
If there's been a bomb that has to go off, we have to come up with a defense plan quick.
All we have right now are suspects. Now we need to start getting some faces so we can fight back.
If someone killed your daughter, what would you do? I mean, would you give in or would you stand up and fight back?
You're a disgrace to the...
I will have your badge, Bruce. Do you hear me? Wes is untouchable, unseen, and even untraceable.
He has to make a mistake. He's human.
I'm the only suspect.
Something doesn't feel right.
You wouldn't have to cut the face of the real killer, would you?
All the fingers are pointing to him.
We don't even know who the enemy is.
A car is behind my mom's car and the whole evening. So, if you didn't kill your daughter, who did?
It was a setup.
I should have taken the fast food job.
My fellow Americans, I want to propose a new deal. I want to give you an offer that you can't refuse. The deal will stop the flow of drugs into our country. I can put an end to crime in the streets with one push of a button. My fellow citizens, the deal that I'm proposing will put an end to laziness, to create jobs, good paying jobs for everyone. As your president, I will cut taxes in half and decrease the country's deficit by 99%. Thank you. I also want to give our middle class citizens pay raises that will increase the national spending by 110%. This alone, my friends, my fellow Americans, will stimulate the economy. I will tax companies who send jobs overseas. And we as a nation will become greater then greatness can be great. We will become some more great. Great some more. I want to cut child support and put families back together. This alone will protect the future generation. There will be no more Mr. Nice Guy. God bless America. And God bless me, your president, President Pump. President Pump you up. This, my friends, my fellow Americans, is an offer that you cannot refuse. God bless America. Money, sweetheart, what is that noise on the Cream House lawn? Are they trying to kill me again?
Oh my God. You just wrestled another intruder to the ground. You know what? You should use those magical red shoes that Ball Street gave you. Yep, I think these will get you back to your baller status. Back to normal, sweetheart. No more crazies going after you to kill you. I love you, Pumpy. No matter what, you will always be my President Pump.
So sweet. Come here so I can pump you up. I want to pump you up.
You talking but you ain't saying nothing. 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 I don't hear them words coming out your mouth. Say you working but you probably on the couch. You stay tripping like you going down south. Well, I don't got time. We be traveling for miles. You don't wanna act up when it come to me. Don't gotta be one, cause I got the big G. That's God and he always looking out for me. He the king, so I give him glory. Glory, glory, let me tell this story. This fake stuff, it just for me, but they just wanted more. See, I'm not gonna change my name, yo, cause that is what I'm made for. These rappers stay the same though, so we gon' bring the change, yo. You talking but you ain't saying nothing. 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 So tell me what's up. Ain't no drink up in my cup. Living right, yeah, that's what's up. Man, cats be so corrupt. But I wanna live. Don't be selfish, man, you ought to give. Keep pressing like you're out of lead. And if you do, you be glad you did. If you say I can, I'ma say that's a lie. They be telling me ain't no limit but the sky. Well, I'll be going there cause my daddy's on high. If you try to pull me down, it's for a crime, a nice try. Believe me when I say ain't nobody like me. Creating in this image, yeah, you ought to come see. I'ma be the hottest girl in the industry. Not of it cause I'm part from these enemies. You talking but you ain't saying nothing. 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 All I hear is blah 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 blah. I ain't playing what you say. saying what you mean, not you a star. If your message and your music both sound like blah blah blah, but people saying that you're doing it, you really need to stop. You talk but you ain't saying nothing. You talk but you ain't saying nothing. You talk but you ain't saying nothing. You talk but you ain't what you saying, what you talking about. You talk but you ain't saying nothing. You talk but you ain't saying nothing. You talk but you ain't saying nothing. You talk but you ain't what you saying, what you talking about. You talk but you ain't saying nothing. You talk but you ain't saying nothing. You talk but you ain't saying nothing. You talk but you ain't what you saying, what you talking about. You talk but you ain't saying nothing.
All right, we are back after that lovely performance. And now India's going to close up shop with us. I hope you enjoyed her song. You talking about you ain't saying nothing. Excellent song. Now, we're about to close out, and you're continuing this journey on. Now, tell us like some of your goals. What are some of your goals as you go on this journey as being an artist?
Wow, some of my goals, I just want to, be a world changer, be somebody who people can look up to and know that they have somebody who cares about them,
Yeah.
and that wants to see change and positivity in the world. I definitely want to be known as one of the greatest female entertainers in the world. So,
well, you're on course, starting at 2 years old. That's unbelievable. I'm
Absolutely.
serious. You stay. Only thing I could advise you is stay away from negative stuff, drugs, and now, who did you idolize growing up?
Oh wow. See, I stay away from the word idolize,
But I mean, who did you look up to?
Look up to?
Role model.
It's really hard to say because, like I said, I already, I like Alicia Keys,
you
Lauryn
did
Hill,
tell me that one.
Whitney Houston, people of that nature. But I kind of just always, found my inspiration in God. I try not to really listen to too much of other people's music so that, I won't pick up their style. I can have my own style.
That's smart. Okay, we got 2 minutes left in the show, and we've seen you perform. I mean, you got a lot of energy on stage, man. I'm just like, man, I'm serious. That's gifted. And people who do the work, they know what you're putting in. But people on the outside, sometimes they don't understand how much work it is that you're on stage. It's hot.
Right.
If people can understand this, but that's amazing how you're able to maneuver and get the delivery is there. So you got a bright future. So I guess the last question, always the last question I always ask people is, when your run is over, what would you like to see have changed in the industry, or what would you like to see have made different or better?
Right. I would definitely like to see, music that you can learn from come back. All too often, a lot of songs is just, crazy talk about money and cars and this, that, and the other that, really don't have a lot of value to it.
Yeah.
So I want, the children of the next generations to be able to listen to, our music and say, I can learn something from this.
Excellent. What I want to thank you for coming on the show. Now, please go out and get her CD. How can people? I think that I can put it on the website if you want me to.
Okay.
Because I do. Sometimes people buy, but mostly buy from our Amazon site. But sometimes they buy off. I know I got some of the songs you made with me on there.
Right.
Which is good. Now, tell people how they can get your CD and how they can get in touch with you.
Definitely. The CD is for sale. The physical copies on oneRonsonOriginals.com. Again, that's oneRonsonOriginals.com.
Okay.
And also MP3 only is available on cdbaby.com. Just look up India Raven and they'll be there.
And she got some tracks that are available for download on methoddating.com. They're only priced at, I think, like $1.99 or $1. So yeah, so that's good. You can support. Now, how people can get? You got a Facebook page?
Yes, my Facebook, India Raven, just my name. Twitter, India3Raven. YouTube is India3Raven as well.
Perfect. I want to thank you so much for tuning into The Mediator this week. And don't forget, if you want to show us some support or show us some love, all you gotta do is go to our website, www.method.inc.com, methodinc.com. Sponsor a program or watch stuff, buy stuff, or just read something on the website. Thank you so much, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I want to thank you for tuning in with us, The Late Show with Brian West on Sunday with The Mediator in Youngstown, Ohio. Have a good week, everybody.